Chicago and the Philippines. A comprehensive review of the week's special community events, featuring many exciting personalities, handled by the most professional Chicago Philippine Reports TV staff.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Chicago Philippine Reports TV, still the #1 Filipino show in the Midwest. I'm Girly Pascual. Welcome to our show. Today we have all the top stories from the Philippines. We also have what's happening in our own Filipino-American community of Chicago. We have interesting interviews led by our very own executive producer, Miss Veronica Layton. We have Bridget Cotero Carino. All these are coming up and more afterward from our sponsors. Please stay with us.
Yan! Dito na! Perfect!
Of the more than 73 million peso disallowed confidential expenses of Vice President Sara Duterte's office in December 2022, over 69.7 million were found by the Commission on Audit to have been spent on activities that are not confidential in nature. That's according to a copy of the COA decision affirming the notice of disallowance on the said expenses, which was shared to the media by House Committee on Justice member Terry Ridon. Based on the OVP's accomplishment report, the amount was spent on the payment of rewards to informants in the form of cash, various goods, and medicines. In its February 2025 petition for review before the COA, Duterte and two other OVP officials argued that the condition on supporting documents evidencing success of information gathering and surveillance activities had been complied with. But the COA said the OVP did not present the details of the confidential expenses and a narration of the success of its information gathering to prove its necessity and the reasonableness of the amounts paid. The COA also found no semblance of information gathering or surveillance activities related to national security, peace and order, or detection and prevention of illegal activities that pose a threat to personnel, property, and other resources under its protection. It added that the expenses should have been charged against the OVP's general fund instead of its confidential funds. On the 3.5 billion pesos used to purchase tables, chairs, computers, and printers in safe houses and intended for surveillance operations of OVP's operatives, the COA said official receipts or sales invoices are required as documentary evidence of payments and not merely acknowledgement receipts. Duterte and other appellants had argued that their right to due process was violated, saying the notice of disallowance contained findings not previously raised in the Audit Observation Memorandum, or AOM. But the COA denied this, saying an AOM is not a condition before the issuance of a notice of disallowance. The Commission asserted that OVP officials were given 6 months to appeal before its notice of disallowance became final and executory, adding that due process was exercised when the OVP filed their petition for review before the COA. For some congressmen, COA's affirmation of its notice of disallowance on the OVP's 73 million peso confidential expense in 2022 indicates irregularity in using confidential funds.
I think as far as the House is concerned, it will basically rise to a level of an impeachable offense. Yung pong ganito pong paggamit ng pera, people had been jailed for less.
Ibig sabihin talaga may problema doon sa paggamit ng confidential fund. Insofar as yung 73 million muna is concerned. So lumalabas, it's either mali yung paggamit, hindi nagamit ng maayos, or hindi na-justify yung paggamit.
House Deputy Speaker Paulo Ortega urged the Vice President to return the amount. Ridon, however, says even if Duterte turns over the funds, this will not absolve her of allegations contained in the impeachment complaints that she supposedly misused her confidential funds.
It was still a betrayal of public trust. So ibig sabihin, hindi ko nako-cure ng returning of an amount of money yung pong mga pagkakasala.
The former head of the Vice Presidential Security and Protection Group, Colonel Raymond Lachica, criticized Ramil Madriaga's statements implicating him in the controversy involving confidential funds. According to Lachica, there is a clear contrast between consistent records and Madriaga's inconsistent claims. He also said that he already filed cyber libel complaints against Madriaga in early January. Lachica adds while he welcomes the opportunity to address the matter in a legal forum, he maintains that records must be verified and Madriaga's credibility must be tested. Meantime, some members of the House Committee on Justice say counterstatements made outside the impeachment proceedings will not be weighed by the panel. ML Party List Representative Laila De Lima criticized Duterte's comment on Madriaga's statement during the impeachment hearing.
Imagine, among all the very serious, grave accusations or claims of Mr. Madriaga in his affidavits, the response of VP Sara focused on those school records, her supposed struggling performance as a law student. So what does that tell us? You know, she could have denied, or she could have presented evidence, countered all the other evidence, and she was being given a chance. She's being given all the chance. But she is a no-show once again. So nakakapagtaka lang, why doon siya nag-focus? It's just a side story. That's not the meat of all these allegations.
Manila Representative Joel Chua, for his part, said if Madriaga's allegation that the vice president supposedly accepted campaign contributions from Chinese nationals linked to Farmally are proven true, it may constitute an election offense and may be a ground for impeachment.
Several groups have asked the Energy Regulatory Commission to order Meralco and other private utilities and electric cooperatives all over the country to halt any disconnection activity due to the impact of the energy crisis on consumers. The Power for People coalition sees more electricity price hikes in the coming months as fossil fuel prices continue to rise in the world market.
Itiklop nyo muna ang inyong mga gunting na tagaputol ng kuryente nang sa ganon ay makahinga ng kahit kaunti itong ating mga manggagawa, itong ating mga mahihirap na mamamayan kahit ngayong panahon ng giyera.
For the National Association of Electricity Consumers for Reforms, or NASICOR, private utilities and electric cooperatives will not go bankrupt even if the no disconnection policy lasts for 6 months.
Kung pinayagan natin ang Meralco na mag-refund on a staggered basis, bakit hindi ang consumers? Lalong-lalo na mayroon pang dapat isoli ang Meralco from 2025.
The ERC says it will study the no disconnection option as this scheme was already implemented during the pandemic. Meralco usually issues disconnection notices 3 days after a customer fails to pay on the due date. If the power bill remains unsettled 3 days after the notice is served, Meralco implements a disconnection.
Ayaw naman natin na ganitong mahirap na nga yung buhay ay magkakaroon pa ng additional na pahirap yung pagkakaroon ng disconnection.
ERC Chairman Nino Juan says the Commission is also planning to shorten the refund period of Meralco's 20 billion peso of recoveries, which started last year and to be finished in 36 months. If the refund period is cut to 2 years, the current refund amount of 11 centavos per kilowatt hour will also become bigger.
Kung paiikliin mo yan, lalaki yung refund rate, magkakaroon ng additional na pwedeng ipangbangga kung ano man ang pwedeng inaasahang pagtataas sa singil ng Meralco sa susunod na buwan, na mga buwan. So pwede itong ipangbangga, pang-mitigate.
For the April billing, no utility or electric cooperative has to stagger the rate hike caused by higher generation charges. But consumption is expected to further spike in the next months as temperatures rise towards the peak of the summer season. Meanwhile, the possibility of another round of price rollback becomes clearer as petroleum prices continue to dip in the first 3 trading days in the world market. Diesel prices are now down by more than 16 pesos per liter, gasoline by more than 3 pesos, and kerosene by over 2 pesos per liter. But the remaining 2 trading days can still change the final figures, which will be reflected in the pumps by Tuesday next week.
It's more fun in the Philippines.
I'm Maria Pappas, your Cook County Treasurer. Property taxes are due April 1st. Go to cookcountytreasurer.com and enter your street address to securely pay online. You can also search for more than $124 million in available refunds, missed senior exemptions, and check if your property is at risk of tax sale. Don't wait. Visit cookcountytreasure.com and pay before the April 1st deadline.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. Guess what? They want your money and they can take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter right over here that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you right now. So what do? You fight back by letting our team of experts work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And hey, we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws, and we'll fight really hard to save your money. So, if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket. 5 minutes of your time right now can save you thousands of dollars. And the best part, it's a free call, so please call right now.
In times of economic uncertainty and chaos, your money means nothing. You may not even be able to get it from your bank or ATM. And the money you do have in the stock market will go down and down and down. It's happened during every economic cycle, and it will happen again. What you can bank on is gold and silver. Gold and silver have been a reliable and trusted form of currency for thousands of years. Gold and silver have never been worth zero, and typically gold holds its value and sometimes grows during economic turmoil. Call the Gold Hotline now and learn how to protect your money and your assets with gold and silver. And learn how to set up a new IRA or roll over your current one into a gold-backed IRA. Protect your money from the next market crash with gold and silver. Call now for your free gold guide.
Do you need to get your hands on some extra money right now? Maybe $25,000 or more? If you're a homeowner, now is the perfect time to get cash out. While homes in many neighborhoods like yours have gone up in value, you can use the money for anything. It's yours. You can buy an investment property, pay for college, pay off higher interest debt, or make home improvements. A cash out refinance is the perfect solution to get the cash you need. If you need $25,000, $50,000, or even $100,000, now's the time. Home values are up, and so is your equity. We offer you a way to use it. No need to sell your home or use your savings. Call New American Funding now and speak to a cash out refi specialist and see how much cash out you can get.
Call New American Funding at 855-332-3929. That's 855-332-3929. Call 855-332-3929.
Via Times, vital news, vibrant views for the Filipino Asian communities in Chicago. Via Times for your most interesting and exciting reading and your party coverages. Via Times has very interesting columnists. You name it, Via Times has it. Law, Filipino news, dentistry, immigration, humor, serious opinions, health, beauty, mysticism, Bata Corner, showbiz, and intelligently written editorials. Call Via Times at 773-866-0811.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat and welcome to Veronica's segment of the show today. I have a very interesting, a very popular guest here in Chicago, and her name is Miss Sophia Wong Boksho. Sophia is the founder and director of the Asian Pop-Up Cinema. We'll hear from her and the Pop-Up Cinema. More of Pop-Up Cinema because they just had a fest recently here in Chicago. Welcome to our show, Sophia.
Thank you for having me, Veronica. How are you?
Okay, been a long time. We've been knowing each other for many years when she was just starting her, her cinema. I really remember that. And okay, so as the founder and director of the Pop-Up Cinema, what is it that you really actually do with this with this group?
Oh, with the organization, we present at first biannually, twice a year, the Asian Film Festival. But last year onward, we are doing once a year now. So it's an annual Asian Film Festival. And it also evolved from a showcase festival with a competition. So that's why this year, like last year, we started already to have a jury, and then we're going to have films being judged. And also, as usual, we have our audience choice award every year.
All right, very good. You do this twice a year? Did you say?
No more. Once a year.
Once a year.
but at first,
Okay, once a year. That's a big job, even if it's only once a year. All right. Okay, you've been doing this for many years, and you have recently concluded the film festival. And how was it so far?
Oh, so far it was fabulous. Probably I shouldn't brag, but I'm bragging. It's probably our best edition so far. It's not like we have 1,000 more films, but it's a selection. It's more for quality and very diversified. And this year we brought in more South Asian films and the representative here. We got films from Vietnam. We got film from Indonesia, from Thailand. And the centerpiece is a Filipino and Taiwan co-production. And the title of the film is called April. And I can't wait to tell everybody. Maybe you heard about it already, because last Sunday was our last day, and the audience make their choice. The audience picked April to be the best film that they loved, and won our Audience Choice Award.
We are so proud that our entry, Philippine entry, April, really won the award. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's talk about this. Okay. So April is the movie that was entered by the Philippines for this festival. And okay, how did how was April get chosen as the really film, the best film entry this year?
So all our films are selected officially, and throughout my whole year of scouting films, I went around, I attended other film festivals, and I actually first time saw the film when I was attending the Tokyo International Film Festival. And I saw the film there, and was presented with a live audience, a big theater. And there was the Q&A afterwards. Both the director, who is a Taiwanese director, Freddie Tan, and the two actors, because this film is a parallel story of a Taiwanese son going back home, and then a Filipino maid, she is a home care person going back home. So the two stories happened at the same time. The Filipino maid was a mother of grown-up children, because she'd been working in Taiwan for more than 10 years. And so she went back home. So that particular part of the story, the maid, or I would say the home care person, the caretaker, her name was April. So, and the title of the film was April. And our Filipino favorite actress, Angel Aquino, was playing this character. And I saw the film. I loved the film. I saw them on the stage talking about the film. It was very well spoken, and they all expressed a lot of behind the scenes stories that was very interesting. So it was on my mind already in November. I must have this film to be part of our 20th edition. And I must say, it took me a long time. It took me almost 2 months until I got connected with the film source, the investor and the production company who is also handling the festival right. And it's wonderful since then. And especially when I got the word that Angel could come to the festival. So we set it up for the film to be our centerpiece, and it was premiere as the North American premiere on April 2nd in Chicago. To a full house, close to 200 live audience came. And it was so well attended, and also the response from the live audience was overwhelming. People laughed, people cried, and they were very moved by the story. And then last Sunday, when we tally all the film, right? Every film, the audience choice, sent in their ballots, and we tallied all the ballots. April won. April won the best audience choice, and we are so happy, so happy. And so right away, I thought, there are still a lot of people haven't seen it because April 2nd happened to be the Easter, around Easter, the Good Friday, the Friday and the Sunday. It's that particular weekend. And I know a lot of Filipino community were busy with family gather and everything. So at the very short notice, I contacted the distributor again. I said, can we show it one more time? And besides, we have an army of volunteers working for us. They were not able to see them too. They wanted to see the film. So I basically organized this film. So when this program is aired, as you said, Sunday, it was a time we're having the special bonus screening of this film.
Great. Terrific. Oh, okay. You have a set of judges. Who are the set of judges? Who decide who the winner is going to be?
Oh, so audience choice is really the audience choice.
Oh, really the audience.
Really the audience. So
really?
At the end of the week.
Fantastic. Really the audience.
At the past,
wow.
I tried to do online.
Okay, our actress, Miss Angel Aquino, was there, of course, representing the Philippines, and she was very much welcome. And but it's too bad that we were not able to interview her because of some tech difficulties, and she had to fly back to the Philippines right away. Okay, so how does the audience, most of all you particularly, have reacted to Miss Angel Aquino, our most talented Filipino actress?
Yeah. Well, as a film festival organizer, we host many, many guests. We host guests from Hong Kong because almost the entire Asia. I always try to invite them to come to our festival and attend the festival, talk about their film, interact with the guests. Angel, I told her she is my best ever guest. She's so sweet, so charming, so generous in her comment and interact, very patient, listen to all the fans talking about with her, taking picture with her, and also very authentic. She's not like I'm an actress. No, she is not. She's just like your friend. You come to talk to her and she listen to you and she take picture with you. She smile beautifully. She's so cool. If I ever have to choose the best ever guest, she will be my choice.
Yeah, or no favoritism?
No favoritism.
Okay.
Yes.
That's fair. All right. So, okay, I've heard so much about Angel Aquino. What a great actress she is,
She's
and
very.
you also work with some of our local leaders here in the arts. And would you like to mention their names here?
Yeah. Well, local leaders, if you're talking about the funders, we always work with the Illinois Art Council, the city art folks that look after the art and culture, this kind of exchange program for a film festival like us. At the end of the day, I won't say I'm a huge festival. I will still call myself a little boutique festival, but we are boutique with a very strong focus and also very inclusive, because I'm not just showing Chinese film. I'm not just showing Japanese film and Korean film. I am showing as many origin film that, of course, the program differs from year to another year, because sometimes you don't get the right thing, to go into the program. Sometimes you get a very good mix. Like this year, we have another Vietnamese film, was wonderful, was beautiful. And the director and the actor, Lia Bang Phat, also came. I think at the end, I really want it to be a all-inclusive festival for all the Asian community here. If next time I got a very good Thai film, I will bring a Thai film here, right? So in the end, the chosen films have to fit into this program that have different genre, different stories, also have something for people to take away after watching it. They could be a very silly, funny thing, but they still learn something out of it. Or they could be a very serious, based on historic fact story, which tell us something. So I tend to give everybody something to take home with. So that's my chosen criteria of our program.
Terrific. Is this the first time that the Filipino entry has won an award?
Yes.
Is
Well,
the
I
first
don't know
time?
whether, but
Oh
for
my
our
God.
festival, yes, for
So historical.
it is a very, it's a great moment. And the whole evening having Angel here was magical. She has this personality, whether she is actress or not. I think even though she is not an actress, she had that personality that really coming out naturally from her, that you can't take your eyes away from her. And she is beautiful, but she is also intelligent and spoke very well. And I can't say anything less of her. I'm totally, when I sent her off, when I said goodbye to her, she really, I feel like, oh, you're leaving Chicago. I wish you come back already the next day. That's how it is. She is a great person to work with.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful. And I'm really happy to announce that Miss Angela Aquino will be the cover feature in our Via Times May issue. And Sophia, you're going to be sending me some pictures from the festival, and I really appreciate that. And we're going to be reading in the Via Times print magazine more about the Asian pop-up cinema, Miss Sophia, and the Filipino audience out there, even Asian audience actually, and more about this exciting April movie that won the Asian pop-up cinema. It's historical. The first time that we won. Oh my God, I am so excited. Too bad I didn't make it.
Okay.
Okay.
And so
yeah.
thank you for inviting me for this interview, and give me another chance to talk about your talent. And don't forget, this is actually a film. It's a Filipino-Taiwan co-production, and it's also shown, you know, the actors and the talents are crossing border. They're able to translate and tell story at the same time and make it resonate with Taiwanese people and also with Filipino people. And I love this. I love this.
All right. Great, terrific. Okay, our time is up. Thank you for appearing, for gracing our show today, Sophia. And we'll talk some more. And keep us updated on what you're doing and send us the photos. Thank
Don't
you
worry.
so much.
I have a whole-
Maraming salamat. Maraming salamat din po sa inyong panonood. Ako po si Veronica. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye now, Sophia.
Kung natapos ko ang aking pag-aaral, di sana'y mayroon na akong dangal na ihaharap sa'yo at ipagyayabang. Sa panaginip lang ako may pagdiriwang. Yaman at katanyagan sa akin ay wala. Katisigan ko ay bunga ng isang sumpa. Ang aking inay ang tangi kong tagahanga. Sa panaginip lang ako may nagagawa.
This is a prayer and a reminder. All we have is now. Anak, umuwi ka na.
Worldwide this morning, growing concern over a growing health crisis.
The World Health Organization has just declared that this is a pandemic.
Hi. I can't hug you. Don't touch me.
Over the last several days, we have seen peaceful demonstrations.
Protests over police brutality continued here in Austin.
Remember when you started going to college? You came home a liberal?
Dad, please.
That's what we do to you guys in this point.
All these people that we never met and never will meet because of what had happened to them. It's just too much.
The way that our family communicates is not necessarily, it's not great.
What advice would you give for those of us that are struggling?
Deal with it.
I think the norm for our communities has been to just stay silent and keep to your own business.
I could definitely be doing more than I'm doing right now, and I know that others can as well.
What if someone is called from God to be an activist?
I can answer that question.
Shouting revolution, oh wow, breaking each tradition.
You don't believe in the Black Lives Matter movement?
An advocacy group reporting at least 3,800 anti-Asian hate incidents since last March.
I'm kind of conflicted. I'm like, maybe I should move home and be here with them.
I hope that this moment makes you take a step forward and a step together in the right direction.
In order for a subject to not be taboo in our community, there always has to be someone to start that conversation.
Yeah. You speak up for me when I can't speak up for myself. And I've seen you do that for other people.
I see a lot of people who just kind of cut off friends and family, and I don't think I can do that. I love my parents.
This is a symbol of our voices. If you look at your neighbors around you, you will see who stands with you, who stands for you.
At least I know that you can stand up. That's the thing I'm so happy about.
It's more fun in the Philippines.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat and welcome to Veronica's segment of the show. Today I have a very interesting personality from Arizona and she's a book author and her name is Leslie Lee Sanders. Welcome to our show, Miss Sanders. And
thank you for having me.
Leslie is the author of the Ready to Listen, a spiritual self-memoir. And she's also, besides being a book author, she's also an advocate. Anyway, welcome to our show, Miss Leslie.
Thank you.
Okay, so I know this is not the only book that you've written. You've written several other books before this. And
that's correct.
So far, the latest, and I find it quite intriguing. Okay, in this book, Ready to Listen, you've touched many people's psyche, and and that is the use of our intuition. Okay, all right, Leslie, how did you find yourself writing this Ready to Listen book?
Yeah, well, it started at 2024, the end of that year, when there was a lot of political things going on in the US. And at the time, I felt silenced. I felt dismissed. I felt like my words and my thoughts and actions and who I was as a person was being, dismissed. And so I had the courage to put the book into being to help other women who may be feeling the same way and who may want to reach out to the universe and listen to the signs, symbols, and synchronicities that it has to guide us to get us to where we want to go and make sure our goals could be met. And so, yes, that's where I started. I really had to get into that, trusting my intuition to be able to bring it into physical form. And I talk about that in the book actually as well.
Oh, no, that's quite interesting. You've, since childhood, yeah, you're right. Oh, we were told to shut up, keep quiet, be silent, and just listen.
Exactly.
Okay. And now that you're grown up, here you are writing a book about that childhood. And in the process, you've shared your kind of gift or intellect,
Yes.
using your intuition. That's very interesting, which sometimes I really find myself doing that.
Right.
So
And that's a good thing.
I really quite understand. Okay, so tell us some more about this book.
Yeah, so when I was young, as you mentioned, I heard a lot from my parents, from elders, from teachers, from authority figures to speak when you're spoken to. Don't talk back. Sit still, be quiet, that sort of thing. And so it was conditioned into me to stay silent. And as I grew into an adult, I realized I am now living a life that other people put on me instead of finding my authentic self and putting that out to the world. And so through this book, I learned to connect not only with my angel guides, my spirit guides, the universe in general, but myself, through self-reflection to figure out who I am and what I want in life and to go after it. And with the help from the universe or source, God, angels, spirit guides, kind of leads me on that path. And in the book, I speak about that and show the tools that I used and allow readers, especially women who may be feeling the same way, to identify that in their life as well and make sure that they could listen and interpret to the signs, symbols, and synchronicities around them and get them to where they want to go, because they have more power than a lot of us believe or was put on us as a child.
All right. Well, how can you describe yourself? Oh, are you more of a spiritual person, a psychic person, or or universal person? Well, whatever description you want to say, please share it with us.
I'm more of a spiritual person. I don't necessarily believe in a specific religion. I believe that there's something greater than us, and I believe that that something is guiding us. And I like to look at life as like a tree, and I call it the tree of life, like the one behind me on the wall. We are on a path that we are trying to get to the top of the tree where the fruits are the best, the sweetest, the ripest. And that is our fate. We already chose where we're going to go in life. However, our free will allows us to use the many branches to decide how we're going to get to the top, how we're going to get that goal, how we're going to achieve that thing, that wish fulfillment. And so that's how I like to look at life. And that's how my guides show me in metaphorical terms how life is. And yeah, I speak about that a lot in Ready to Listen, and I show how I do it, how I connect, and how others could do that too.
And you find it helps in a way in your day-to-day dealing with the people, right?
Oh, yes.
Using your inner self, your intuition.
That's correct. Because
so when you write the book, okay, you wrote this book sharing your special gift with the readers. Okay. But what is your special message?
Well, my message has always been to focus on your purpose. Now, we all have a purpose. If you don't understand what your purpose is, this book is a great way to find that, to, go through self-reflection, to figure out who you are, strip off all the masks that society put on us, and learn who you are, what you want in life, and that will lead you to your purpose. The purpose in life for a lot of us as human beings is to live and to learn. And we live and learn through our experiences. And when we look at our experiences as something that hinders us or stop us or prevents us from moving forward, that's just being comfortable in our bubble. That's being comfortable being where we're at. And so when you focus on purpose, you can move things forward to make sure you have everything you want that will fulfill you in business, family, money, financial, career, whatever it is. And that's my mission, that's my purpose, to remind women, people everywhere, that they have that power.
Do you consider yourself some kind of a special person on this earth by possessing such gift from God?
I do not. I don't think I'm special. I think I'm a human, just like every other human. I think they too have this ability. A lot of people may not believe it, and a lot of people may not know how to tune into it, but it is there for all of us. A lot of the times it comes around as symbols and signs and synchronicities. That's how the universe communicates to us, because we're in a 3D world. And so we won't be able to interpret spiritual connection or messages or insight without it filtering through our 3D. And so a lot of the times you will see like a butterfly is a symbol for transformation or change. And so if you're in a moment where you're wondering, should I quit this job? Or should I move to the next level? Or should I move to a new home or a new country? and you see a butterfly, that's probably your sign that yes, you should make that move. So yeah.
Terrific. Terrific. Okay. Where do our viewing audience, where can they get or pick up a copy of your book? And also, before we sign off, a special message to our viewing audience.
Well, you could pick up Ready to Listen on online bookstores, especially Amazon.com, and more information on my website at llsanders.com. And I want to leave you with one last message. Remember, no matter what, you have the power to create the change you want in your life. No matter what obstacles are on your path, you have that power. And if you feel like you don't have any power, this is the book that will help you regain it. All you have to do is make sure you have time for self-reflection and time for yourself to read the book and to apply the knowledge. And I promise you that your life will change.
Terrific, terrific. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Miss
Thank you for having
Leslie
me.
Sanders, a very popular book author, and we wish you good luck with
Thank you so
the release of
much.
this new book, and more power to you, and keep us updated. And
Sounds great.
all right, and maraming salamat, Leslie. Thank you very much in our language. At maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. Ako po si Veronica. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye
You as
now,
well.
Leslie, and good
Bye.
luck.
Thank you.
Bye.
We would like to welcome all of you to Baladna Jewelry. We have a very big selection of 21 karat gold jewelry imported from the Middle East, from Dubai, Saudi, and Bahrain. And we have a very big selection of diamond. We offer free financing for 6 months, and we have a layaway system which you can leave your stuff for 3 months. We repair gold and we buy old gold. Welcome to Baladna Jewelry.
Salamat po.
Good afternoon, this is Bridget Queen of Pacha bringing you this week's local news from our community. The Illinois America 250 Commission invites people from across Illinois to participate in Illinois Voices 250, a statewide effort to record conversations with residents as part of the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Recorded conversations will be preserved at the U.S. Library of Congress. The initiative is led by the Illinois America 250 Commission in partnership with Illinois Humanities and StoryCorps Studios. Illinois Voices 250 is the most expansive effort yet to ensure Illinois' commemoration of the nation's birthday is inclusive, accessible, and statewide. People can participate in public community recording events happening around the state or use the do-it-yourself option online at il250.org/il-voices. There is no fee to participate. The Chicago Cook Workforce Partnership, or the Partnership, is spotlighting National Apprenticeship Week from April 26th to May 2nd, 2026. In an increasingly competitive job market when career pathways differ with each career seeker, and as financial concerns increase, a registered apprenticeship program is a solution for employers and career seekers. A RAP is a formal employer-driven training model officially recognized by the U.S. Department of Labor or a DOL-approved state apprenticeship agency. It combines structured on-the-job learning with related technical instruction, producing workers who are credentialed, skilled, and immediately productive, who get paid while they learn, and offers employers a 91% retention rate. The Commission on Equity and Inclusion has released its fiscal year 2025 annual expenditure report for the Business Enterprise Program for Minorities, women, and persons with disabilities, in accordance with Section 8F of the Business Enterprise for Minorities, Women, and Persons with Disabilities Act. This report showcases the state of Illinois' progress in supplier diversity and identifies the fiscal year 25 BEP achievements of state agencies, boards, commissions, and public institutions of higher education subject to the BEP Act. CEI's mission is to maximize supplier diversity, equity, and inclusion by ensuring access to contracting opportunities by developing procedures and initiatives that make the procurement process inclusive, fair, and equitable, while providing support, education, and mentorship. Our vision is to be a trailblazing leader in fostering a diverse, equitable, and inclusive procurement environment where supplier diversity, equity, and inclusion are celebrated and opportunities are accessible to all, driving positive social impact and economic growth, said Alexandria Wilson, JD Cprtv, the Executive Director of CEI. The Illinois Arts Council, in partnership with the Office of the Governor J.B. Pritzker and Illinois Humanities, awarded more than $325,000 to 22 public art projects throughout Illinois to commemorate the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. These grants are part of a broader statewide effort led by the Illinois America 250 Commission to celebrate the nation's historic anniversary. Illinois is proud to support new public art projects in communities across the state as we celebrate our unique place in the story of America, said Governor J.B. Pritzker. Thanks to these IAC grants, we're helping Illinois' talented creatives bring vibrance to our public spaces, celebrate our local history, and energize our cultural communities. It seems that Philippine Airlines has cleared a major hurdle in its move to restart flights between Manila and Chicago after Delta withdrew its objection, though with certain conditions. PAL previously operated flights between Manila and Chicago from 1986 to 1988. Once PAL's Manila to Chicago flights become official, this will be the airline's 5th destination in the U.S. mainland and its 7th destination in North America. Once this is finalized, this will become the 4th route out of PAL's 7 new routes for this year. 3 more are still left to guess. Illinois youth turkey hunters set a new record, harvesting a preliminary total of 2,318 birds during the 2025 Illinois youth season. The total surpasses last year's record of 2,099 birds and marks the 3rd consecutive year of record-setting youth turkey harvest in Illinois. Participation also reached an all-time high this spring. Youth hunters purchased a record 7,369 permits in 2026, surpassing the previous record of 6,538 sold in 2025. Along with a success rate of over 30% for the 3rd year in a row, the increasing totals reflect strong youth interest in turkey hunting, excellent hunting opportunities, and a robust statewide turkey population. That's all for today. Thank you for watching our news this week. This is Bridget. See you next time.
This is a prayer and a reminder. All we have is now. Anak, umuwi ka na.
Worldwide this morning, growing concern over a growing health crisis.
The World Health Organization has just declared that this is a pandemic.
Hi. I can't hug you. Don't touch me.
Over the last several days, we have seen peaceful demonstrations.
Protests over police brutality continued here in Austin.
Remember when you started going to college? You came home a liberal?
Dad, please.
That's what we do to you guys in school.
All these people that we never met and never will meet because of what had happened to them. It's just too much.
The way that our family communicates is not necessarily, it's not great.
What advice would you give for those of us that are struggling?
Deal with it.
I think the norm for our community has been to just stay silent and like keep to your own business.
I could definitely be doing more than I'm doing right now, and I know that others can as well.
What if someone is called from God to be an activist?
I can answer that question.
Shouting revolution, oh wow, breaking each tradition.
You don't believe in the Black Lives Matter movement?
An advocacy group reporting at least 3,800 anti-Asian hate incidents since last March.
I'm kind of conflicted. I'm like, maybe I should move home and be here with them.
I hope that this moment makes you take a step forward and a step together in the right direction.
In order for a subject to not be taboo in our community, there always has to be like someone to start that conversation.
You speak up for me when I can't speak up for myself. And I've seen you do that for other people.
I see a lot of people who just kind of cut off friends and family, and I don't think I can do that. I love my parents.
This is a symbol of our voices. If you look at your neighbors around you, you will see who stands with you, who stands for you.
At least I know that you can stand up. That's the thing I'm so happy about.